Liv Morgan breaks silence on Dominik choosing her over Rhea Ripley. During a recent appearance on the Untriggered with a Mean Jazz podcast, WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Liv Morgan reflected on the pivotal moment at WWE SummerSlam 2024 when Dominik Mysterio shocked fans by betraying Rhea Ripley. This betrayal marked a turning point in Mysterio's storyline as it solidified his on-screen relationship with Morgan. In the interview, Morgan recounted the dramatic event, expressing how it felt to be at the center of the moment. "He showed the ultimate act of love and chose me," Morgan said, referring to Dominik's decision to publicly align himself with her while turning his back on Rhea Ripley. The betrayal was shocking, especially since Ripley and Mysterio had been a dominant force in WWE's storyline prior to the SummerSlam shocker. Morgan highlighted the emotional and dramatic fallout of the moment, emphasizing how it had left Ripley devastated. "He embarrassed Rhea in front of millions of people," Morgan stated, her words laced with a mix of satisfaction and triumph. Morgan couldn't resist taking a playful jab at Ripley's reaction, calling attention to how the betrayal affected Ripley emotionally. "She was crying. She's so ugly. She is not a prettier crier," Morgan quipped, clearly enjoying the playful nature of their rivalry. Her comment about Ripley's tears was lighthearted, yet delivered with an unmistakable tone of confidence, showcasing the edge Morgan brings to her character. Turning the spotlight back on herself, Morgan continued, "When I cry, which is not a lot, I cry and am so pretty." With this statement, she playfully compared her own reactions to Ripley's, portraying herself as a more composed and glamorous one. Morgan's charm and humor came through as she leaned into her character's persona, emphasizing her confidence not only in her looks, but in her ability to outshine Ripley both inside and outside the ring. The SummerSlam betrayal has had significant implications for both Mysterio and Morgan's careers in WWE, setting the stage for future rivalries, especially with Rhea Ripley. Morgan's remarks in the interview were reflective of her growing dominance in the women's division, as well as her unapologetic attitude toward the drama that continues to unfold between the three superstars. As WWE fans eagerly anticipate the next chapter of this storyline, it's clear that Liv Morgan's playful banter, combined with her in-ring talent, will continue to make her a standout character. Whether it's her alliance with Dominik Mysterio or her ongoing feud with Rhea Ripley, Morgan is carving out a niche as one of the most entertaining and fearless figures in WWE today. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley's rivalry was one of the most heated and compelling storylines in WWE throughout much of last year. For the better part of the year, the two women engaged in intense battles, with each contest leaving fans on the edge of their seats. Their animosity grew rapidly, both in the ring and out, as they continually exchanged barbs and engaged in brutal physical confrontations. However, with all the intensity and passion that defined their feud, it appears that, for Liv Morgan at least, the rivalry has now shifted into a more lighthearted reflection of what went down, especially after their encounter at SummerSlam 2024. Morgan recently took some time away from the WWE ring to embark on a promotional tour in India alongside none other than Dominik Mysterio. The purpose of their trip was to celebrate and promote WWE's partnership with Netflix in the region. As part of the tour, Morgan appeared on the Untriggered podcast, where she opened up about her time in WWE, her accomplishments, and, of course, her ongoing rivalry with the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. During her appearance on the podcast, Morgan couldn't help but smile when recalling her monumental victory over Ripley at SummerSlam 2024. The match was a pivotal moment in the feud, and for Morgan, it was a moment when she got the upper hand in the war against Ripley. The atmosphere in the match was nothing short of electric, with the crowd firmly behind Liv Morgan as she scored a shocking victory. However, what Morgan found particularly amusing was the way Ripley reacted to the loss. "Rhea wasn't too happy after SummerSlam," Morgan said, laughing. "I remember her face when she realized she'd been outsmarted and betrayed. It was priceless. I think I saw a bit of disbelief in her eyes as she tried to process it. Liv didn't hold back when poking fun at her former rival. I mean, you can see the frustration in her face," Morgan continued. "She's always been so sure of herself, so confident in her power, but when it came to me, she just couldn't keep up. That's one thing I know Rhea Ripley is bad at, dealing with defeat. Though Morgan was quick to joke about Ripley's reaction, the feud between them wasn't just about one-upmanship or mind games. It was a clash of two top-tier athletes who both wanted to prove they were the best in WWE. Over the course of the rivalry, they pushed each other to new heights, with their matches consistently being among the most anticipated of any given event. Their chemistry, both in and out of the ring, added layers to their interactions and kept fans engaged week after week. Ripley and Morgan continued to lock horns throughout the latter part of the year, their clash is becoming more personal and emotionally charged. Each match seemed to raise the stakes even higher, with both women willing to do whatever it took to outlast and outfight the other. Liv's victory at SummerSlam might have been a significant milestone, but Ripley wasn't one to back down easily. She came at Morgan with even more fury and determination in their subsequent matches. But all feuds must come to an end, and so did this one. After months of bitter rivalry and high-stakes matches, the feud between Morgan and Ripley finally came to a close on Raw's Netflix premiere in January 2025. It was a fitting culmination to their long-running battle, but also marked the start of a new chapter for both competitors. The end of their feud is now viewed as a turning point in their careers, with each woman moving on to other storylines and challenges in the WWE. Yet, despite their past animosity, there's still a mutual respect that underpins their rivalry, and Liv Morgan has since admitted that, in hindsight, she's proud of what they both accomplished during their feud. In the end, the feud between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley was a testament to the passion and dedication both women have for their craft. They elevated each other's performances, and in doing so, elevated WWE's women's division as a whole. The personal nature of their rivalry added an extra layer of excitement for fans, and while their storyline may have come to a close, the impact it had on the WWE Universe is undeniable. For now, Liv Morgan is focusing on what comes next for her in WWE. With her victory over Ripley in the rearview mirror, she's ready to take on new challenges and push herself even further. But make no mistake, her rivalry with Rhea Ripley will forever be one of the defining moments in her career. One that helped solidify her place as one of WWE's most resilient and tenacious superstars. And while their storyline may have come to a close, the impact it had on the WWE Universe is undeniable. For now, Liv Morgan is focusing on what comes next for her in WWE. With her victory over Ripley in the rearview mirror, she's ready to take on new challenges and push herself even further. But make no mistake, her rivalry with Rhea Ripley will forever be one of the defining moments in her career. One that helped solidify her place as one of WWE's most resilient and tenacious superstars.
If you love your father, then subscribe the channel, and those who love me show your love by liking and subscribing.